An agent was hitting on a woman at a bar when his phone rang and he started killing everyone. As a top agent, he instantly knew something was wrong and his training kicked in. He had no choice but to shoot the girl he just met. Then he turned his gun on his partner's fiancée. His partner jumped in front of her, but John told him the woman was a spy. The code word Rose on the phone call was a terrorist cell activation signal. If the first woman was activated, then Mike's girlfriend Lisa had to be one too. But Mike refused to believe his girlfriend was a terrorist no matter what John said. John searched the area and found a listening device hidden in the lamppost. Even with proof right in front of him, Mike looked at Lisa and still thought it was a mistake. John asked if Mike was wearing anything Lisa gave him recently. Mike looked down at his ring, the birthday gift she told him to wear every day. John told him to hand over the ring so he could prove Lisa was a spy. Mike almost gave in to her tears, but everything that happened made him hesitate. For the first time, he had doubts. John's test was simple. If the ring had a tracking chip, it would interfere with the radio signal. Even now, instead of acting fast, Mike asked Lisa if she ever really loved him. Lisa almost laughed at how pathetic he was, then pulled a gun from under the table. She shot Mike first, then fired at John while he was still reacting. She ran to the balcony and jumped off before John could stop her. Earlier, Mike got a call with his next assignment: pick up a bald man at the airport. The guy was the CIA's best agent and would be his new partner. His girlfriend gave him a ring she said belonged to his father and would protect him. She told him to wear it at all times, so Mike put it on and drove to the airport. After picking up his partner John, they stopped at a Chinese restaurant to eat. Mike immediately showed off his terrible Mandarin, claiming he was at a professional level. John ignored him and called over a waiter. John suddenly pulled his gun and pressed it against the waiter's head. John said the waiter didn't know basic restaurant protocol, so something was wrong. The other waiters pulled out machine guns and John opened fire without hesitation. Even with just one hand, the veteran agent outgunned all of them easily. Mike cowered in the corner while John cleared the entire restaurant in 2.5 minutes. He killed everyone, including the kitchen staff. John started shooting the moment he tasted drugs hidden in his egg. John pressed the hot barrel against the waiter's head and demanded to know where the drugs were. The waiter insisted there were no drugs, but his eyes gave him away. John grabbed a machine gun and fired into the ceiling until white powder poured through the bullet holes. The drugs were stashed in the ceiling panels, and John confirmed it was exactly what they were after. After filling a vase with the powder, the two agents left through the front door. John drove around the block and parked in the alley behind the restaurant. John let the waiter go on purpose, knowing the man would lead them straight to the supplier. John followed the waiter's car to a hidden location across town. John walked straight to the crime boss in the middle of the room. Under threat of death, the boss wrote down the supplier's address. As soon as they left, the boss's men chased after them with guns. Outnumbered and outgunned, John pulled Mike into a nearby old factory. The factory was full of mannequins, giving John cover and the ability to fight back. He moved silently between the dummies and picked them off one by one. The gunmen never saw him coming before the bullets hit them. After clearing one section, he relocated and waited in the dark for the next target. Out of ammo, he grabs 2 submachine guns and has Mike draw their fire while he flanks them. He finishes them off. John finally tells Mike the real mission the drug dealers they're after are actually terrorists. They sell drugs to raise money and buy weapons on the black market. Their endgame is a massive terror attack in Paris. John was sent to France to stop it. Using the address from the kingpin, they head out. They arrive at a red light district and walk into the alley posing as customers. Security sees 2 American clients with cash and sets them up with an experienced worker in a private room. John takes Mike to the window and tells him to keep eyes on a suspect across the street. That guy is a key figure in the drug ring, and John has urgent business to handle. He walks right into their base, posing as a buyer, then grabs one of their guys. He forces the guy to take him upstairs, pulls out a fiber optic cam and checks the room. Seeing there aren't many of them, John decides to hit them head on and sets his rappel anchor. He drops in from above. These so-called terrorists are basically just low-level thugs who couldn't get hired anywhere else. Even with numbers on their side, they're no match for a trained operative. John's tearing through them. When he realizes they've knocked a hole through the floor to the level below, he radios Mike and drops down. But Mike's too slow by. The time he gets downstairs, some of them have already escaped. He corners one limping guy, but the man sets off a suicide vest rather than get captured, taking Mike's weapon with him. John realizes two got away, runs to the window, and sees a getaway car pulling up. Too late to chase them down, but John got a plan. He gathers up all the C4. The escapees are about to reach the exit. John carefully lifts the bomb and moves to the window. The second they appear, he tosses the C4. As they're about to leave, Mike notices photos on the wall. Every single one is of him. They've been tracking Mike this whole time, but the mission's done, so they don't worry about it yet. After debriefing, Mike brings John home to celebrate with his girlfriend Lisa and her friend. Lisa invited her friend over to keep John company, but halfway through dinner, John's phone rings. Out of habit, he steps away to take the call and hears static interference on the line. As a veteran operative, he knows exactly what that means, but he doesn't react. He wants to see who is dumb enough to try this. He walks back to the table like nothing happened, and the food smells pretty good. He is about to take a bite when an urgent call comes in and he has to abort. In the chaos, Lisa somehow slips out, but John gets her license plate. While they're trying to figure out Lisa's plan, she calls Mike herself. They immediately start tracing the call. Her reason for calling to apologize to Mike. She says she doesn't want to hurt anyone and knows they're tracking her. Before Mike can ask more, she hangs up. Love couldn't beat ideology. The ambassador suddenly calls Mike, says the US delegation just landed and where the hell is he? John's instincts kick in immediately. He realizes Lisa's real target is the delegation. They grab another agent and race toward the airport on the highway. Earlier before heading out, John had gone through Lisa's bedroom looking for clues. He finds a strange piece of fabric, a newspaper about the Paris summit. Then he sees a schematic diagram and finally understands Lisa's real plan. Back on the airport highway, John spots that same license plate from last night in the traffic ahead. He tells his partner to floor it and pulls out a rocket launcher. He is about to blow them off the road when Mike calls and tells him, Lisa's not in that car. It is a decoy to split their attention. She is probably already inside the Paris summit to assassinate world leaders and trigger an international incident. John tells his partner to speed up and pull alongside. Sure enough, there is a dummy in the passenger seat. That seals it. Mike floors it to the summit, but they've underestimated how far the terrorists will go. Their real target is the summit, but they're still planning to kill the US delegate. If this guy crashes his rigged car into the motorcade, everyone in the convoy dies. John wants to take him out, but there is too much traffic and no clear shot, so he makes a call. Mike floors it up a roadside ramp and beats the convoy to the overpass. John sets up his rifle, and at the same moment the terrorist flips the bomb switch. The motorcade rolls through safely. John exhales. Meanwhile, Mike's got a new problem. He tries to enter the venue with his embassy credentials, but security tells him someone already used the same ID to get in. That is why Lisa got close to him. Security's about to throw him out when his boss spots him. The intel might be sketchy, but with the ambassador vouching for him, security backs off. Mike rushes upstairs to the banquet hall to stop Lisa before she can carry out the attack. But when he steps into the room, he freezes. There are dozens of women dressed exactly like Lisa. He is out of options, so he grabs a guard's gun and triggers a panic. People scatter everywhere. He has picked up a few tricks from John. He scans the crowd calmly, looking for one detail. Then he sees them, the red heels he recognizes. Lisa knows she is caught. She rips open her coat and reveals the bomb vest strapped to her body. Mike's heart drops. He doesn't want the woman he loves to go through with this. He tries to reach her, reminding her of what they had, but the cult's brainwashed her too deep. She believes she is doing the right thing. There is a flicker of doubt in her eyes, but it is not enough. A few sweet words won't shake her faith. A gunshot echoes through the hall. Mike chose his duty. John arrives just in time. He lunges forward and catches Lisa before she hits the ground. Stopping the bomb from going off the summit is saved.